Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give out praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salute to you, Archie. I'm pushing this word in sincerity and truth. This is your brother Yassad back at you with another lesson. We'll need to define to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this one here is actually going into, the riots, uproars of the people, right? And just as the scriptures say, the prophecies say, that they're gonna be seeing uproars of the people in the world, right? I'll read a bit in this article and just bring a couple precepts, so this isn't short. This isn't no long video, right? Well, it's to show you that when the wicked in authority, the people then the mourning, right? And basically, when you really check it out, it's a heavy attack upon Jake. Jake just being the prey, Calm returns to Los Angeles after hundreds arrested. An uneasy calm was descended over Los Angeles after the first night of a curfew lifted on Tuesday as citizens across the U.S. braced for more protests. In Los Angeles, nearly 400 people have so been arrested, including 330 undocumented immigrants and 157 people arrested for assault and obstruction, including one for attempted murder of a police officer. Federal prosecutors have so far charged 2 men for throwing Molotov cocktail at police officers in 2 separate incidents. A total of 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines have been deployed to help quell the unrest. Some of those National Guard troops are now authorized to detain people until police can arrest them. Speaking alongside 30 regional mayors at a news conference on Wednesday, said Trump's immigration raids, which he said provoked residents by causing fear and panic. A week ago, everything was peaceful, she said. Things began to be difficult on Friday when raids took place. Barr suggested Los Angeles was part of a national experiment to determine how far the federal government can go in taking over power from a local government from a local jurisdiction. She had previously called on the administration to end the raids. Overnight, the Tuesday into Wednesday, Los Angeles police said they made mass arrests after a 50th day of protests over the immigration action. In the series of statements, the city police department said that those detained include 203 people arrested for failure to disperse, 17 for curfew violations, 3 for possession of firearm, 1 for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer. 2 officers were injured in the skirmishes, the statement added. Right? Yeah, and basically, because of the acts, Trump being that cruel lord, rolling out upon the people, and we know it's Jakes, Latinos, right? You so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, Hispanics are the children of Israel, and here it is now. They're gonna come down upon Jacob, right? Jacob is being set as a prey and is vulnerable, right? Because they don't have the Lord. The scripture says the shepherd pity them not, right? Let's go into the scriptures. 2nd is 9 and verses 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is very same time. It is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And how is the Lord visiting the earth which he made? Via the angels, right? Moving about with the greatness of his strength, the chariots, right? Which is one of the Lord's arsenal. These so-called UFOs, the vehicle or the mean of transport whereby the angels use. Let's see. Then shalt thou understand it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the earth, the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, times of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and ending in effects and signs. So here the end will manifest, right? And the end of what? This man's rulership. So that is why he's gonna come down and make great moves to execute his plan to get back that full control, and that plan would be the MOTB, right? That would be the MOTB, right? Yeah, because since Trump, which we believe through the spirit that Nero Caesar, being Trump and through the spirit, since he has been inaugurated, it just has been what? It just has been just prophecy kicking out, and they going just along with the plans of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Because the end means manifest the end of their kingdom. So right now they're in a position to, let we get this thing outside, let we get this thing cracking, and a way they gonna achieve this is what? Order out of chaos, right? Order chaos, right? Order out of chaos. So basically all of this here that they setting up and stirring up the congregation, right? So when all these things happen, it wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be hard for them to just call in martial law, because they deployed troops, National Guard, they deploy Marines and whatnot, right? And this is just basically the stir up, right? Because that is the outcome they wanted. The people start to get violent and XYZ, and so the only thing to be able to control everything is that micro chip, and that is what they're aiming at, right? Because scripture speak about okay, here. Second is 15:16, right? Because the time is coming where this devil here is gonna be fully exposed, and when he about to come down with great wrath to put the people under that great subjection, there's gonna be a fight. The people would rise up. And second is verse 15. because even now, because of his actions, the people, going against it by acting, by having these protests and these riots and whatnot. Let's say for the sword and the destruction right now, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. So yeah, it coming, Hey, when they're protesting, you could bring out how many gods you want. They don't want to hear you anymore. That time coming where there's gonna be a real terrible civil war. You know, let's say they shall not regard their kings or princes. So they want to hear what the president had to say, or the officers and marines and the national guards and these law enforcers. They ain't gonna want to hear anything in that time. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That is what is coming. You know? You don't wanna hear nothing about no like workout things and this and that anymore. Cause the Lord is gonna stir up the people. Right? I'm gonna get here. Isaiah 42:22. Let's say, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes and are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivered, for a spoil and none said restore. Yeah, because the condition of our people, and commonly you Israelites full of the prison houses, and you Israelites are always the target. Always the target, because as the scriptures say, the time I'm mourning for my father is at hand, I go and slay my brother Jacob. And that perpetual hatred remain upon them. Right? And and all two ways the scriptures say, David say, hide me from the wicked which is thy sword. So which we understand that it is through them the Lord is using them to bring that judgment upon Jacob. Because as soon as Jacob's trouble, this place here, the Lord is about to make a serious mess out of this place. That's our 2-3 precepts, quick and to the point. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone. Salute until the next one. Shalom.